Hello everyone, welcome back to Lincoln Journal-Star's Four Downs. Luke Mullin coming at you from Memorial Stadium today, where you heard from offensive coordinator Mark Whipple and defensive coordinator Bill Busch. Team, their efforts to get ready for Rutgers really condensed, with the Friday game. So they've been busy, they've been ready in practice the last couple of days. And I think one of the key takeaways today was just Mark Whipple's general demeanor. I mean, he was fired up out there. Obviously, an experienced coach who's seen a lot of teams, he's seen a lot of players, struggles, successes, whatever it may be. But this year's Nebraska team has given him a lot to work with. He was talking about how, from his experience, it's been better to be kind of that mean coach, who digs into his players, demands more from them, as opposed to, a nice guy who pats them on the back, says, you did a job well done. So he's been putting that into practice the last couple of weeks with these players, and he's seen great response. But at the same time, he still wants more. He's saying the lack of touchdown drives at times against Indiana frustrated him. Obviously there was a sequence where Casey Thompson was taken out of the game for taking a bad sack. We saw Whipple very fired up on the sidelines, digging into his starting quarterback. Just all part of that overall offensive approach where he's demanding more from this team, more points, more scoring, more efficiency overall, and we'll see if that leads to results against Rutgers. But of course, the defensive side of the ball was where a lot of those improvements were made against Indiana. And I think one of the key things that Bill Busch said was getting lined up. That was their focus all week. They're going to focus on it against Rutgers as well. And the report for just getting your feet set in the ground, ready to go. Busch said, pretty much 100% success rate. Said, maybe what is 96, 98, whatever it may be. But the fact of the matter still stands. The team had their feet in the ground, ready to go. And that's exactly what Busch wanted. I mean, the calls coming in, Indiana is a quick, fast-paced tempo. Rutgers maybe a little bit less so it'll be a different challenge this week. But just getting the feet set, ready to go, that was a challenge for Nebraska the first 4 weeks of the season. Major improvements last week. Big reason why they did a lot better against Indiana. And of course, another big factor was some of the players' individual performances out there on the field. For example, a guy that Busch talked up highly today was defensive tackle Ty Robinson. Someone coming into the year that people thought will be out there on the field, for a vast majority of the snaps, making a big impact. Well, first 4 weeks, didn't really see that huge impact from Robinson. Yes, he showed up in flashes, made a few tackles here and there, but, a lot of rotation at the defensive line spot, I think, kind of, impacted his effectiveness. Well, last week was definitely his best game yet, and Busch said a lot of that came from a meeting that he had with Robinson, before the game, talking about his potential, talking about the player that he can be for this Nebraska team, and Robinson showed out there on Saturday. Tackle for loss, very active there in the backfield, getting into attack that running game. And what Busch said, he said a guy like Ty Robinson has made his transition to defensive coordinator a lot easier. A great leader there up front. His teammates have been saying that all year. That's never been in question. So for the performances to come through, again, we'll see if it carries over to Rutgers, but big week for Ty Robinson last week, caught the attention of Bill Busch. And another guy who did that, of course, was true freshman quarterback Malcolm Hartzog. Coming in for Tommy Hill there to start in the secondary against an Indiana passing attack that attempted the most passes in the nation heading into the game. So, there was a very real risk that they were going to attack Hartzog. I mean, you see this true freshman corner, any offensive coordinator worth their salt is going to attack him as part of their game plan. And so Busch said, they thought they might have to take Hartzog out for series. I'd have to give him some time on the sidelines just to adjust to the speed of the game. But that never happened. The true freshman was out there ready to go, a true warrior playing his hardest. And I think he delivered, a strong performance as well, defending against that Indiana passing attack. So Busch, very pleased with Hartzog. Again, he'll be there on the depth chart, listed as a co-starter there. But we expect to see him out there starting again against against Rutgers, just as he did against Indiana. And like I said, it's been a busy couple of days for this team, getting ready. They'll depart on Thursday for the Friday night kick under the lights. Amy, Justin, and I will be there in New Jersey, in Piscataway, to watch the Huskers take on Rutgers. We hope you'll be with us there, enjoying all the coverage. But thank you all for tuning into today's Four Downs. I've been Luke Mullin. Thanks for watching.